Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Peace. Hi, welcome to another video. So today is going to be a combo video for the Altergeist deck that I did on April 3rd. You guys were asking for a combo video, so I am here to deliver. I've got several combos that I'm going to show you guys, okay? So we're going to start off with the bread and butter, the Altergeist Meloseek, and the Altergeist Pukri. So any way to get to these is full combo. This combo will lock you into Altergeist because you're going to use Multi-Faker's effect. So start off by normal summoning Altergeist Meloseek. Then you can link summon with Pukri in your hand and Meloseek on the field to make your Altergeist Hextia. This will trigger Chainlink 1 Meloseek to search for a monster from your deck to your hand, and Chainlink 2 is Pukri to add itself back to your hand. This actually plays around their initial copy of Ash Blossom. So you're going to add back your Pukri to your hand, and then you're going to search your deck for your copy of Altergeist Malwisp. Malwisp is going to trigger, since it was added to your hand by a card effect, special summoning itself. You're going to activate Malwisp effect to special summon the Meloseek from the graveyard. From this point, you're going to conduct a link summon, linking off the Hextia and the Malwisp. It doesn't necessarily need to be the Malwisp. You can also link away the Meloseek for Prime Banshee. This is going to trigger your Hextia in graveyard. So we're going to go for the huge combo. So I'm going to actually add a copy of Altergeist Marionetter here. From this point on, we're going to attempt to activate Prime Banshee's effect, triggering the Meloseek to special summon from deck. What we're going to summon from deck is Altergeist Multi-Faker. We're going to trigger Multi-Faker's effect to special summon from our deck. We're going to summon a copy of Altergeist Paratrader. From here, you're going to conduct a link summon. You're going to link these two off for your second copy of Altergeist Hextia. This is going to trigger your Paratrader in your graveyard to send any Altergeist card from your deck to your graveyard. We're going to send a copy of Altergeist Revitalization to the graveyard. From here, you're going to activate Altergeist Revitalization, banishing it to have an additional normal summon for an Altergeist monster. This is where you're going to normal summon your Marionetter and trigger its effect to set from deck. There's a couple different options here, but we're going to go for both spells and traps. So what you're going to want is your manifestation. You could set Haunted Rock at this point and then get an extra Hextia on board, but it's much better to actually have the follow-up in the form of the traps. From here, you're going to actually link off your Prime Banshee and your Marionetter to make your Link 4, Altergeist Adminia. Chainlink 1, Altergeist Adminia to set from deck. Chainlink 2, Altergeist Prime Banshee, targeting Multi-Faker to add it to your hand. So you're going to add this to your hand, and then you're going to set your other card from your deck, which is your Altergeist Protocol, which will prevent your stuff from being negated next turn, and you can sacrifice one for a monster negate. From here, you will pass your turn. So on your opponent's draw phase, you're going to activate Manifestation, targeting the Prime Banshee to special summon itself. So you're going to special summon this, and then at this point, you can trigger the Multi-Faker in your hand, or you can wait for your Protocol. But I like to trigger it here just in case I do need to bounce something, or if I need something to easily send off my field for Protocol. So we're going to trigger Multi-Faker, special summon it. We're going to activate the effect of Multi-Faker on field to special summon from our deck a copy of Silquidus. So at this point, we could bounce something to our hand to bounce a card our opponent controls. But what's really cool here is that you can trigger your Prime Banshee to send the Multi-Faker to actually summon something that can give you follow-up, like an extra copy of Meloseek from your deck, or another Marionetter for follow-up. So from here, what you have is the Monster Steel with the Altergeist Adminia, which does target, but that monster becomes an Altergeist monster. So what you can do is take something, once your opponent activates a spell card and you've already used Hexia's effect to negate a spell or trap, and you can put that here, and then you contribute their monster as an extra spell and trap negate. But the reason I put Prime Banshee specifically here is because this allows you to get multiple negations. So what we're going to do here is when your opponent activates a spell or trap or effect, you can activate Hexia's effect to tribute the Prime Banshee as cost to the graveyard to negate that effect. But since Prime Banshee was sent to the graveyard from the field, you can activate its effect to add from grave. Last time we added Multi-Faker back to our hand, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to add Malwisp back to our hand. This is one of the new support cards from Duelist Nexus. When it's added to your hand, it'll automatically trigger its effect that we use turns 1 to special summon itself. So once it special summons itself to the field, you can bring back something else. Usually you want follow-up, so you're going to bring back a Meloseek. Doesn't matter here. Either one of these can be bounced by your Silquidus at any time. But what this gives you is another negation for Hextia because it's not once per turn. So now you can activate Hextia again to negate another spell and trap. You have the Altergeist protocol to tribute something off to negate and destroy something. You can even tribute your Silquetus after you use its bounce. Silquetus will actually add your manifestation back to your hand. And you have the steal at any point in time, sending just this to take any of your opponent's monsters and put it right here. It doesn't negate its effects or anything. You just take that, and that is your monster now. It does not go to your opponent at the end phase. So that's just one really cool 2-card combo. I wanted to explain the interactions and essentially what you were getting for the full board when you're doing something like that. So for the next combo, I will go a little bit more quickly. So this next combo is just to show you that the different combinations of the Altergeist monsters work. Actually, Marionette or Altergeist Maliseek is too easy. We're going to make this a little bit harder on ourselves. We're going to go Pukri. All right, so when you have these 2 cards, you're going to start off with Marionette, normal summon it, activate the effect to set your Altergeist Haunted Rock from your deck to the field. Since you set it by an Altergeist effect, you can activate it the turn it was set. Activating it will have you send the Altergeist Pukri to your graveyard. Then you can use Marionette's special ability, targeting the Haunted Rock and the Pukri, to send this to the graveyard and special summon Pukri to your field. Now you've got 2 bodies on the field and an extender, which is full combo. So what we're going to do is something similar to before. We're going to link 2 into Altergeist Hextia. From here, that will actually trigger your Altergeist Pukri to add it to your hand. Once it's in your hand, you can actually use its special ability to link summon while it's in your hand. So you're going to link with the Hextia on the field and the Pukri in your hand to make your Prime Banshee. Now, we didn't have access to Maliseek to search out our Malwisp, but what we're going to do instead now is use the Hextia to search out our Malwisp, since it was sent from the field to the graveyard. You're going to add, from your deck to your hand, a copy of Malwisp. Malwisp will trigger special summoning itself. On the field, it'll activate its effect to special summon back anything. Just in case you want to use Marionette again later in the combo, you're not going to want to bring it back, because Malwisp locks you for the entire turn for that card. Since we've already used both of Altergeist Pukri's effect, we don't care if we bring it back. But during the next turn, it doesn't negate that. So if you bring back a Maliseek, and then during your opponent's next turn, it goes to the graveyard, you can still get the search, just not that same turn. So from here, we're going to go ahead and activate Prime Banshee. You're going to tribute your Malwisp off, bring out your Multifaker. Now, speaking of cards that give you extra advantage, you have 2 different lines here. You can either add your Prime Banshee off of the, or you can add your Multifaker off your Prime Banshee, or you can add your Marionette. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually activate Multifaker to summon out a copy of Maliseek. This gives us some extra follow-up, but essentially you're getting the same board. What you're going to do from here is, similar to before, we can go ahead and link 2 to make a copy of Hextia once again, and then you can link, once you have your Maliseek in graveyard, you can search a copy of Multifaker, so you've got a Multifaker in your hand now. Then you can switch these 2 off to make an Add Minia, which sets you another spell and trap, which is basically the same combo that we had before. Now, those are just the 2 basic ones that you can do. You can also do it with Marionette and Maliseek, but I won't need to show you guys that one. What I do want to show you guys is the splashable engines that you can use. The first splashable engine is the Kashtira engine. So we're going to start with Kashtira Fenrir, and then our original combo, the Maliseek and the Pukri. So from here, we're going to start off special summoning Kashtira Fenrir. So this prevents us from using Multifaker's effect, so we essentially lose that body, but what we do gain is a level 7 body. And I'll show you why level 7 bodies are really good in this strategy. So, like normal, you're going to normal summon your Maliseek, and you're going to link off with your Pukri to make your Hextia. From here, you're going to activate Maliseek and chain Pukri to add to your hand. Then you're going to add your Malwisp off your Maliseek. Malwisp will special summon itself. Malwisp will trigger special summoning the Maliseek from your graveyard. From here, you can use Fenrir to search now that we've played around roll. So now you've got follow-up and an extra body in hand. Then you can synchro summon your Malwisp and your Fenrir for Baron de Fleur. So now the rest of your plays are protected. You do have 1 less body, but that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So from here, what you're going to do is actually link summon these 2 monsters. For your Prime Banshee. From here, you're going to be able to activate your Hextia to search. And you're saying, Patrick, what could you possibly search that will allow you to extend. What you guys are not seeing is that Baron de Fleur has a special ability that lets you destroy something on your field. What we're going to add is a copy of Altergeist Revitalization. From here, we're going to set our Revitalization, then use Baron's effect to destroy our own card. Because what we want to do with this is have it in Graveyard. We're going to banish it to normal summon an additional Altergeist monster. So with that, we can normal summon Pukri. From here, the most logical thing to do is activate Prime Banshee's effect to tribute the Pukri to special summon from your deck. You're going to get a copy of your Multi-Faker. Now, you cannot trigger its effect, unfortunately, because you summoned non-Altergeist monsters this turn, but that does not matter. It accomplished what it needs to accomplish. We're going to link summon with those two to have our Adminia. So from here, you're going to activate Chainlink 1 Adminia to set from deck, Chainlink 2 Prime Banshee to add back Multi-Faker. So you get your Multi-Faker back, and then Adminia sets from deck. What you're going to do is you're going to set your Manifestation. So, at the start of the turn, you're going to activate Manifestation, bringing back your copy of Hextia. Then, you're going to trigger your Multi-Faker in hand, special summon it, activate effect to special summon from deck. And what you get now, instead of 2 spell and trap negates, a steal and a bounce, you get an Omni negate, a spell and trap negate, a steal, and a bounce. So, and it lets you play around hand traps, which is why I really like having the Fenrirs in the deck. It's also a great going second card. This demands an answer once you summon it. So I think it's a very good inclusion into the Altergeist strategy. Any other level 7 body can work. Cashier Unicorn is another thing that I tried early on, but I like Cashier Fenrir a lot. I also tried the Adventure Package, which gives you a level 4 token, which you can make into a Link Spider to make an SP on top of your negation, because the Griffin is also a level 7 that you can make the Baron de Fleur with. So that just gives you an extra body on top of it, but I decided that it was a little bit too bricky, so I cut that. Final combo I'm going to show you guys is, let's start with these same two, but this time we're going to get an Illusion of Chaos or the copy of Magician Souls. So what you can do here is activate the Magician Soul or Illusion of Chaos to add the Magician Souls and put this on top of your deck. Then you can activate the effect to send it to the graveyard as cost to special summon itself. Now you're like, what are we going to do with the level 1 body? I will show you. So we're going to start off with normal summon Malseek, and we're going to link these off. This is the bread and butter combo. You guys know this already. Hextia, activate Malseek, Chainlink 2 is Pukri. Add that back to your hand. Malseek is going to go ahead and add us a copy of Malwisp. Malwisp effect to special summon itself. Effect of Malwisp to special summon back the Malseek. Now, from here, you're going to go ahead and link these two off, your Hextia and your Malseek, for your Prime Banshee. Hextia is going to trigger Engrave to get your copy of Revitalization once again. Then you can use Magician Soul's effect to send the Revitalization to the graveyard to draw a card. We're going to draw something worthless just so that you guys can understand the combo. So we're just going to add the Fenrir to our hand. Now from here, to protect the rest of our plays, we're going to Synchro Summon into Herald of the Arclight. So this is a great floodgate that you can use. Any monster sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard is banished instead, which can kind of stifle a lot of different decks. From here, you can activate Revitalization to get your extra normal summon. You're going to normal summon your Pukri. You're going to activate Prime Banshee's effect, tribute its cost, special summon from deck, your Multi-Faker, and then, very similar to before, you're going to link off into Adminia, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, add your Multi-Faker back, and then set your copy of Manifestation. On your opponent's turn, Manifestation, target the Hextia that you used, special summon Multi-Faker, special summon Silquidus. So, once again, you end a negate, a bounce, a spell and trap negate, and a steal. Hopefully you guys kept up with that and you understand these combos, because these are the standard bread and butter combos that you guys saw in the videos that I posted over the past week and a half. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more.